Hey there, my name is Przemek and this is a new Newsflash video. But first, the reminder, in the latest review of this compilation, 63 Days, released by Fluttering Dragon Records, there's also a contest where you can win this CD from me. All you need to do is to watch this video. I mean, not this you're watching right now, but this review of 63 Days, and follow the instructions which are at the end of that video. I leave the link in the description. Okay, and now for the news, let's get to the business. There are two new albums released by the Circle Music, the Greek label, which motto is taken from Nietzsche, and these are words: without music, life would be a mistake. Okay, and the first new release by the Circle Music is World Dream Conspiracy album. World Dream Conspiracy is a Colorado-based trio, and their debut will have a very tempting title, Sexy Jazz Night. And what the label says about this one. Citing concrete music and experimentalism, World Dream Conspiracy titled its album Sexy Jazz Night, with a certain irony, with the same inspiration to ravish the public that Throbbing Gristle had, and we must say that the work is very complete and varied, recalling the most cultured scene of electronic music, psychic TV, coil, and above all, our beloved Nurse with Wound. Their music is a sound collage with different atmospheres and changes in mood, intensity, pauses and quieter sections alternate with good parts of pure experimentation, devoid of apparent logic, a real thrill for the ears. The climate is always dark, sick, disoriented and full of ideas and reflective cues. One senses distant worlds, rarefied and blurred geometric atmospheres, alternating cinematic emotions with moments of liturgical and intellectual spasm. So, as you can see, we rather shouldn't expect a dark jazz in the vein of Boren and the Club of Gore or the Kilimanjaro Dark Jazz Ensemble, but still, sounds very intriguing. And the second one from the Circle Music is a classic dark wave neoclassical band from Italy, Ataraxia, with their 29th album, quite a lot, and it's called Centaurea. They are really tireless, and the label says that Centaurea is the 29th album from Ataraxia and is part of a trilogy which began with the previous album Pomegranate, a hymn to the elemental spirits, and which will end with a work inspired by the Elysian fields passing through the golden age brought to light by Centaurea. The lyrics of the songs, sung in several ancient and modern languages, are precious poems by Francesca Nicoli and Mara Paltrinieri, who had already collaborated on the lyrics of the band's first albums. The album will be preceded by 4 singles with 4 related videos portraying places and rituals of Centaurea. The entire work is a kaleidoscope of varied beauty in which the arts blend and accompany us. Well, I think most of you know at least a few works by Ataraxia, so you know more or less what to expect. They are the old-timers on dark wave scene, so I suppose that at least decent level of music is guaranteed. The release of this one is planned on May 11th. We're staying in Greece. There are 3 new albums released by Zazen Sounds. All of them were released February 26th, and according to the label, they are already sold out. I think sold out at the label, and you can get them at various distros. At least I hope so, because I don't have any of them yet. Anyway, the first one is a 3-way split called Trialism by Shibalba, Sublimation Mortis and Undirheimer. Three ritual ambient projects and Undirheimer and Sublimation Mortis are led by the same person. And the label says that this triad offering presented here was inspired by sacred geometry and especially the triangle. Within the Platonic solids, which are thought to be the building blocks of the universe, the Greek mystery school some 2500 years ago. The triangle is the master, underlying form amongst the five geometrical structures, as it is found in all other solids. Its shape possesses power in itself, representing an ascending, upward rising state of consciousness. In its pyramidal form, it represents balance and stability. The second one is Furpa and Jan Drup Ceremony / Ritual 3 album. Their Bone Masters, Furpa, breaking their silence, and they are offering in the dark genre a new, fresh and vibrant obscure opus, serving the art of spirituality with their unique ritualistic manifestation. None words can describe this mind trip that they are sacrificed through their chants and visions. The terror is revealed once again. And the third one, Sysselmann, Ufjelets Hastiget. Norway's legendary musical artist Sysselmann is an expert at creating sound environments that open the gates into states of consciousness that lead to ritual and meditation, guiding the listener to connect to deeper parts of themselves and broader aspects of their environment. In fact, he states that his work is foremost a personal journey of spiritual and musical development. Sysselmann's approach is firmly grounded in the elements and history of his homeland of Norway, expressing the energy of the ancestors, land and spirit of his culture. He crafts his work with a combination of modern and natural sources. Sysselmann constructs and plays his own homemade acoustic instruments rather than relying on standard sources such as the Kravik lyre and other cliché instruments for making your typical Viking music. His instruments are combined with vocal toning, synthesizers, pipes and horns, and extensive field recordings, crafting a sonic experience capable of dramatically shifting the energy and mood of the space where the music is heard or played. There's more in the press release. You'll find it on Zazen Sounds Bandcamp, and personally I'm most curious about this third album by Sysselmann. Okay, the next news. After critically acclaimed album Glacialis Mundi, Dan Barrett's project Ethereum Nebula returns with a digital EP, ArcSec City 1, and it's the first part of Ethereum Nebula's ArcSec City trilogy. A haunting isolationist journey through dark cybernetic atmospheres. This is the soundtrack for illegal underground laboratories, lobotomized cyborg assassins, dystopian megacities, derelict slums, weaponized memory editing, and illicit, unregulated biohacks. This EP is accompanied by a gritty cyberpunk short story inspired by the golden age of cyberpunk and bleak, hard sci-fi authors such as William Gibson, Walter John Williams, Peter Watts, Ian M. Banks, etc. Dan obviously has a great taste in literature. And as you can see, this time we're moving from space exploration themes to more cyberpunk moods, and if you listen to this one, you will see that this EP differs from the project's debut, offering some rhythmic parts and I mean not the debut, but this EP is offering some rhythmic parts, and you definitely feel as if you're in the night city rather than some empty, unnamed planet. This one is out on Dan's label Arcane Dirge, only as a digital album at this moment, but I'm guessing that we'll get a physical release sometime in the future, perhaps in some all EP edition of ArcSec City series, but this is just my guess. Okay, there are two new releases in Sim series by Drone Records, and according to the label, sim, which could be understood as a placeholder for different notions and inner processes, such as symmetrizations, symbiosis, symbolization, forming an epistemological circle of interrelations. And those two new albums with catalog numbers Sim 05 and Sim 06 are Sim 05 first. It's a contrast state, life without agriculture. And the label's words are Contrast State is a British experimental project active since late 80s with a break between 2000 and 2010, with the albums among other on Tesco and Old Europa Cafe. And the album is reimagining some of the Dadaist, Futurist and Surrealist clubs of the 20th century, from Moscow 1918 over Tehran 1966 to Münster 1997. Wonderfully surprising and experimental work by the British post-industrial and ambient performance trio. Contrast State have created an amazing new work that is inspired by some historical but also newer places, cafes, clubs, cabarets, including fantasized venues that should have existed, relating to the glorious times of the true avant-garde. And the sixth one is Molepka Pulse, Topography of Frequency and Time. Molepka Pulse is a Swedish ambient experimental project which has already been featured in Sangre several times. And the label says that the term topography means the study of the forms and features of land surfaces, the physical appearance of natural attributes in a certain area. Mattias Josefsson, aka Molepka Pulse, has adapted this notion to characterize this long-form multiple-layered drone ambient expanse, a continuous flow of sound that can lead you into different aural regions. By the way, look at the cover of this Molepka Pulse album. It has the same vibe as the project's previous album. Zoharum released The Distant Past Resounds, and I wonder if it's taken from the Mattias family archives or something. Anyway, I really like the vintage feeling of these covers. Okay, Cold Spring releases a new album by Lynn Swin, Megaliths. And for me, Lynn Swin is one of the most interesting dark ambient albums on today's scene, perfectly blending deep drones and field recordings. So I can't be more happy hearing this news. And the label's words are step into the shadows of ancient mysticism as Lynn Swin, the maestro of Welsh dark ambient, unveils the mesmerizing odyssey that is Megaliths, a profound exploration of the sacred resonance embedded within stone circles, capturing years of field recordings from the silent and enigmatic monuments that stand as timeless witnesses to the ebb and flow of existence. Ben Powell has crafted a sonic voyage that mirrors the sacred spaces marked by stoic pillars of rock, each track representing a specific site. Delving deep into the esoteric significance of stone circles, the album portrays these structures not merely as historical relics, but as religious ceremonial sites, where the veil between our world and the eternal realm becomes tantalizingly thin. Difficult word. Extracting ambient soundscapes from Burial Chamber, Ben has utilized convolution reverbs to replicate the ominous ambience of these ancient spaces. A veteran of stone circle exploration, Ben's decades-long journey has yielded field recordings that capture the haunting whispers of wind and the solemn calls of crows, enveloping the listeners in a ghostly atmosphere that transcends the ordinary. Release date was, I think, 29th of March of this year, obviously. EWT 811 releases the new album called B1919 plus 21 on Doomsday Factory, April 2024. And this is the project by Anthony Armageddon Destroyer from Paranoia Inducta. And on the contrary to his main project, here Anthony explores cosmic themes. And Anthony says that the album presents recordings of extraterrestrial origins such as pulsars, stars, planets, electromagnetic fields, or space missions recordings. Every track is created with original space sounds, only slightly enriched with effect or sounds processors, just to improve the quality of sound. In addition, the album is enriched with drones of the unique Lyra 8 organic synthesizer. I said April 2024. No, release date is May the 1st, 2024. And this is the second album by the project. The first one was out like 20 years ago via Beast of Prey on USB stick. The new one for this moment is available in digital version only, and I wonder if there will be a USB memory stick edition of this one as well. Fluttering Dragon is currently working on a tape release of Alive, which is a recording of live performance by Simply Dead from Sweden. I reviewed the Spotify online version of this one, so let me just quote myself, not a full review, just a few sentences. It is a recording of a no-audience show they performed in Hörsalen in Norrköping, Sweden. The video version is available on YouTube, the audio on Spotify. And it's a mixture of the Structure of Minds songs and the new compositions, which I hope are the harbinger of a brand new album. Maybe one day, who knows. On Alive, the old tracks sound close to the original versions, although they have added a few new layers here and there. And also it looks, or rather sounds, as if the music has gained some more space, though this may be the live performance impression. The new tracks, well, they maintain the intimate style of the project has worked out on Structure of Minds. It is like the meeting with old long-timers in France. There's still this tiny private magic I was captured by years ago, and I expect nothing more to wholeheartedly enjoy this music. And look at the photos I'm posting right now from Fluttering Dragon headquarters, saying this edition looks impressive. Is like saying nothing. And the last news, there will be a physical edition of Organic Ritual Dark Ambient project from Netherlands, Empusa, titled Pilgrimage to Ganriki, on the French label Le Nouvelle Propagande. As far as I know, Nicolas van Merhege is struggling with certain side issues for a long time, and the album is a kind of musical memory of his pilgrimage to Ganriki-san shrine in Japan, which I'm guessing was a kind of physical and maybe spiritual challenge to reach some kind of enlightenment, perhaps. Anyway, the CD is out on Le Nouvelle Propagande, as I said, so support them, both label and the artist. This CD edition is already out and available to purchase. Okay, thanks for watching and see you soon.